like for you to get a chance for the first time to play Tampa?
Yeah, obviously they're a good team. We watched a little video on them this morning, and they got a lot of, high-end players. So it's definitely exciting. But you see that in every team. There's always a couple guys like Boston too. That first line is pretty good. But no, it's exciting to play new teams. This year's been fun so far. It's we get to play the Canadian teams, and then some teams we didn't get to play last year. So it's definitely different, and it's a new task every night. So I'm looking forward to it.
What do you take from the Boston game and the way everybody had to deal with the top line and they did their damage? And what do you take into a game against Tampa where they have obviously a top group as well like that can cause trouble?
Yeah, I mean it's difficult because they're going to come every game. They never take a game off, and a lot of the scoring comes from that top line. I know a couple stats are pulled out that they have a lot of their goals, so we knew that going into that game that you got to shut them down if you want to win that game. And I think if you can do that, you have a very good chance every night. And it's going to be similar to Tampa. Stick to those top end guys and stay on them and try to frustrate them a little bit. And I think you'll have a lot of chances of hopefully them turn the puck over. And if you can stay on them, then I think we'll be successful tonight.
Jacob, for the most part this year, you guys have defended very well.
Yeah.
The last two periods against Jersey, they had a lot of chances. Things kind of went the other
Yeah.
way. How do you get back to what you've been doing for most of the year than what those two periods were like?
Yeah, I think we strayed away from our game a little bit last night. It was a good test for us. It was our first road game, first back-to-back, so a little bit of adversity, but that's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of those along the road, but yeah, I think we got outplayed those two periods last game. But I think first period we were in control, but then we just kind of got away from our game plan, and they had a lot of odd man rushes, so it was tough to defend. When they're coming down 3-on-2 or 2-on-1s every time, so. If we have a good forecheck and can stick to our systems, I think we can control the game, and I think you've seen that in many periods of the first 5 games we've played. So if we can just stick to our game and do what Donnie preaches and stick to our game plan, I think we'll be successful tonight as well.
How much do you guys like maybe the consistency that's been in the lineup this year? It's been the same guys almost every game, same lines, combos every game, and even after losses. I assume a player would like something like that.
Yeah, and obviously it's early. We've only played 5 games, so I'm sure a lot will change and could change in the future. But it's nice. We got good chemistry. As you've seen in practice, and the first 5 games have gone well so far. I'd like to say, but yeah, it is nice going into the some games and you have the same lineup night after night. It's nice playing with, for myself, playing with Millsy every night. I know where he's going to be certain spots, and I'm sure a lot of guys feel the same way with their line mates. You practice with them and you play a lot of games with them. You kind of just know where they're going to be on the ice, and it makes it a lot easier. So it is nice, but I'm sure things will change in the future.
Along those lines, just as you touched on, what's it been like for you? Consistent pair, consistent minutes, consistent role. I mean, how good do you feel about these first 5 games for yourself?
Yeah, I think I've played well, but there's obviously a lot of room for improvement for, I think, myself and everyone. If we were perfect, we'd be 5-0, but I think we all can, be a little bit better. And I think it just comes down to consistency. Game in, game out, playing a full 60 minutes and, minimizing my mistakes as much as possible and, trying to do good things every shift. And I think if we can all do that as a team, I think good things will just start coming to us.
You said you and Colin Miller have done well together. Why do you feel there's been that chemistry between the two of you?
I played with him a little bit last year. Obviously, I split time with him, Risto, and then a couple others. But, I think we have good chemistry on and off the ice, and I think our games complement each other well. When he's up with the puck, I'll be back, and then he knows when I'm up with the puck, he'll be the guy back in case one of us turns it over or we lose it or something happens. I think we just have a lot of trust in each other, and I think, through these first 5 games, he's played well. And I think every game we're getting better and better and learning more about each other as time goes on.
How much have you guys gained confidence by having 4 of your first 5 games here at home?
It's nice. There's not that many fans here, but it feels like the building's full every night. The fans are great, and it's nice to have that. We didn't have that last year, so I think that's why it's so different. It's a big game changer from what it was last year, so it feels awesome out there. And obviously, games on the road can be a lot harder. It was a full building in Jersey, and like I said, that was the first game we've had on the road. So, but I'm glad to be back at home. The first 3 games were so much fun, so I can't wait.
Don said you talked a little bit this morning about the differences in Boston, New Jersey, Tampa. He said, what's our identity going to be? I guess, what was the message you took from that conversation?
Yeah, every team we play is going to be good, regardless. It's the NHL. All 32 teams are good, and I think for us, it's just stick to our game. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. Our game is to frustrate the other team and just capitalize on their mistakes. So if we can give them not much opportunity, then I think we'll be successful because, you know, Tampa likes to score goals and, you know, they like to trade chances. So the more we can shut them down and give ourselves a better chance to go down to their end and score, I think, you know, we'll have a good night tonight. But yeah, like I said, stay on their top guys and just frustrate them.
Jacob, it's early in the season, but and still in your career actually.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you can bring more offensively? And if so, how can you attack the game a little differently to add more offense?
Yeah, I think that's, you know, a big piece of my game that I've probably been working on since I've been in college is just, I remember Lehman at college would say, you know, you can be more of a threat in the offensive zone. And I think that's probably the next step of my game. If I want to be you know, one of the highest end players in this league, I got to bring that. And I think that's just comes with confidence. And, you know, I'm starting to get a little bit, and I can make those plays in the O zone for, you know, nice goals. And yeah, like I said, I think that's just what I got to find in my game is, you know, being more of a threat on the ice. So when I do play games, you know, other teams are like, he's good with the puck and he can put it in the back of the net. So I think that's the next piece of my game that I'm working on, you know, and it'll come with confidence.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.